This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
You finally made it.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. How long has it been since I last went this hungry? Guess I misread the landing.
That's no ordinary stray there.
We'd best stay out of its way for now.
I won't forgive you!
You picked the wrong fight!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf! Lunar corruption! Lightning horn! Magic is in! I got it!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Close one!
Here I come! Demon Fang!
Lightning horn!
Armor won't save you! Bloody holiday!
Will this help?
Negative!
Too back!
Stand back! I'll pick it up!
Hold on to
I
your
owe you
arm.
one.
Here I come! It's here! What's
Demon
this?
Fang!
Corrupted one! I'll bring you down!
Shine! Radiant light!
The earth throbs with pain.
Can't get out of this!
By the power of water!
Forgive me.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! I'll be patient!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life! Resuscitation!
Healing circle!
I'm sorry to trouble you.
You do the same for me. I won't give up!
It's go time! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul
Demon
with life!
Fang!
That did it!
What was I thinking?
Try harder!
Why'd you kill me?
Stop me dying?
Ah, right.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life! Resuscitation!
I can't lose.
Interrupted! Take
Annihilation!
this!
Try harder!
Gravitas field!
Demon Fang!
Light!
Eat dirt!
Mega ray!
Demon Fang! Here I come! Rising Falcon!
Now you see what I can do!
Demon Fang!
Down on the ground!
I'm sorry to be bothered.
We've all got enough.
You're on!
Yes, ma'am.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Lunar corruption!
Shine!
Demon!
Radiant
Deadly
light!
onslaught!
You're mine!
You're on! Watch yourself! Incredible power!
Burn! Demon Fang!
I won't give up!
You'll pay for that!
I hope this thing is medically approved. From beyond, imbued. It's trying to take us out. Well, I will go wider. What? I lay you all down. From beyond, imbued.
Demon Fang!
Vanquish soul with life. Resuscitation.
Flaming Thrust!
Throbs in pain.
Demon Fang!
No further.
Lunar
Demon Fang!
corruption! Lunar blast!
I'm knocked up!
I'm all stuffed
Demon
up!
Fang!
Flame! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Demon Fang!
Resuscitation!
You're bruised all over.
Did you even notice?
Guess. Got carried away.
I'm not all... He's going to be around to heal you, you know.
Dance on the wind.
That'll bring you down!
On your knees.
I'll heal you all!
Flame inside me yearns to be let down.
The enemy's reeling.
Complacency is the root of
Not
error.
like this. Point taken. Stay sharp, everyone.
Imbued. Vanquish soul with life. Resuscitation.
Healing circle! Back into the fray!
Why do we stop
Bring
this?
you back from
Demon
death's
Fang!
abyss!
Use too much. Take this.
Here's a healing art!
Train harder.
No further.
Look sharp!
Such unadulterated
Here I
fury.
come!
Tiger flame! Here's a healing art!
You picked the wrong fight!
Soaring blast.
Demon Fang!
Flame of fury!
Try harder!
Burning
Demon Fang!
Here I go!
Lewis, get out!
Burning! Now a flame knight!
Demon Fang! Try this! Explosive racket!
Now it's mine.
Try harder! Demon Fang!
I'm ready. All yours, Kisara.
I'm ready! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
The spear! Pierce evil!
Lightning meteor.
Freeze lancer!
Soaring blast.
Resuscitation!
I won't give up.
Force of
You
regeneration.
Guardian
Regenerate.
field.
I'm
Thank you for that.
just glad to be of service.
Well then, let's get back into it.
Try harder!
On guard. Wits about you, people.
What was I thinking?
Perfect.
move!
Can't get out of this.
Inferno crosshair! Here, let me help.
Can you take it?
Hurricane!
Begin.
Going in. Radiant!
Try harder!
Come over. Here, let me help.
Here.
Demon Fang!
Hurricane! It's in the sky, it's mine. I never miss.
Not like this.
Stay away from my friend!
Annihilation!
Everlasting. Dark.
Make it do it!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Stalagmite.
Will this help? Healing
On guard.
Demon Fang!
Bring you back from death's abyss.
Now you're getting serious.
No rest for the wicked.
On guard.
Here I come!
Radiant!
Finish!
Here's a healing art.
Try harder!
Look sharp.
Take it! The blade inside me yearns to be let free!
Another incantation ruined.
This one's
Didn't
mine.
pile driver.
Will this
Lightning meteor.
Down on the ground. I'm ready. Tornado
Healing
drive.
circle.
No further.
This one's mine.
Thank
you for all your help.
Please.
I'm glad to know someone's got my back.
Radiant! Here! Let the marksman handle this.
Look sharp.
Here I go.
My turn!
On guard.
I'm not it!
Power of water. I'll heal you all.
Make it wait.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Wow! Look what I just found. Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Right.
Good. You don't say.
Right.
Agreed. My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Prava what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over.
Whoa, that came out perfect. someone in trouble here.
Well? Why?
Oh! Yes. Well... Yes!
My thanks.
I can't say I'm impressed. You're making promises too freely. And that last exchange...
Niaz is beset with grief. As a responsible Renin, it falls to me to extend my hand.
I don't think it should be your burden to take on.
Yeah.
I see. Good.
Well... Oh! Oh!
Good.
Yeah.
I see.
Really?
What? My thanks.
Hey!
Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, hoo.
Well... Those three seem to get along so well. Was it really right for them to separate?
It was his choice, and he ultimately chose the lady over his friend. I can only hope this helps her in her recovery.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Hoo, hoo.
Huh? Yes! Huh? Well...
So then, my thanks.
I still can't believe Deadeye was caring for... these owls. Maybe he really was a nice guy once.
People are not born immutable. They change. And not always for the better.
This time it was for the better, though.
Indeed.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
I guess. Hmm? Hmm? All right.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Did anyone notice Beifan acting a little strange?
I guess he was. Maybe the anxiety's getting to him.
We've reached our destination.
This is where the light fell? What's with this tower? Is it a Danon relic?
No idea. But the astral energy is getting stronger here. The light's definitely in this area. Even if it is an agent from Lenegus, I'll blow them away with my astral arts.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I can carve through armor!
I'll be saving this one. Pierce evil.
He's the agile one.
You picked the wrong fight!
Your heart.
Be still!
Here I come.
Mirage!
Easy and snaring to me. Yeah, and bubbling to me.
Demon Fang! You're finished! Demon Fang!
What?
Demon Fang!
I can handle it.
Mirage! Take this!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right
Demon
beside
Fang!
you.
Blue escape!
Let's refrain from losing. Is someone being attacked?
We have to save them. I won't let them get hurt.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Where are you going?
Now I can let loose! Burn!
Radiant Spear! I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Glacial Spear. Here, I never miss.
We got fires!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Demon Fang! All yours!
Blood.
Demon Fang!
Bloody I'll smash you!
Glacial Spear.
Demon Fang!
Rending you apart!
Rising Falcon!
Bloody
Demon Fang! Ignite! Demon Fang!
Jostle! Resonate with the earth!
Blue escape!
I don't know what I'd do without me.
Can't get out of this!
Now isn't the time.
I really don't.
Demon Fang!
Corruption! Holy
Thank you.
I'm all stuffed up.
Try this!
Getting piled right there! I'll smash you!
Here, let me help.
On your knees.
Crush!
Rending you apart!
Demon Fang!
Bloody
Crush! Demon Fang!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
Right beside me! Yours to be left free! Demon Fang!
Resonate with the earth!
Explosive ray! No escape! Not today!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Crap!
Well...
Why you? Why you? I guess...
Yeah.
Damn.
Gotta break through!
Radiant light!
Take this!
Boost of
Demon
regeneration!
Fang!
Lightning can't get out of this!
Tempest Wall!
Demon Fang! Try this!
Begin! Explosive ray with a shot!
Sleep now.
You're like armor won't save you!
Demon Fang!
Can you take it? Easy and snaring to me. Yeah, and pummeling to me. Bloody howling!
Demon Fang!
Energy!
Demon Flame inside!
Lightning
Yours
Dance!
to be let free!
Illuminating Kazam!
Burn it out!
Holy Land!
Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear! Here's Evil!
Explosive ring!
Freeze Land!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Where are you going?
Get on in there with the others!
You must be tired of healing me.
I'm merely doing what I can. I've run out.
You fight better at a distance. Further away, the better. You and I both.
You're mine!
Now we're never. Take this!
I'm not
I'm
done!
only getting
All in
started.
bang!
We got
Right. It's over!
Regenerate! Regenerate!
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown. Up by now. That's a pretty tall tower we're looking at climbing. We better eat now, because who knows when we'll get to next.
True.
But don't worry. If anything happens on the way up, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Good to know.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Thinking some more about how to realize your ideals?
No. Actually, I've been trying not to obsess about it as much as before. I find when I think too much about my ideals, I get hung up on the reality of things and lose sight of what's really important. I know what it's like to go hungry, to lose your family. That should be reason enough to fight for a better society, so nobody else has to. Sorry about that.
Even thinking about things will make you hungry after a while. You wait here. I'll go whip something up for you.
Thanks for the food.
What's so funny?
Nothing. Just impressed at how good of a cook you've become.
Well, we've been on this journey for a while now, so I've had more than a few opportunities to hone my skills.
Yeah, and now I have a good meal in me. There's a simple kind of happiness that comes with that, you know? One that's more powerful and convincing than complicated logic can be.
That reminds me of something Law said, about how talking too much doesn't put food in people's stomachs.
That sounds like Law. But it's true nonetheless. When you get down to it, all you really need is enough food to keep you full and to be surrounded by people you love. Everything else comes second.
Speaking of people you love, I haven't heard you talk about Miguel much lately.
Wow, okay. Way to make me feel like the worst sister ever. But you're right, I haven't. If I'm honest, I think it's because I finally found other people I love just as much. Whatever kind of society we end up having after this, it needs to be a place where I know you all can be happy. That's my starting point for now. Don't worry. Once I finish folding these clothes, I'll go to sleep. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
Guess I misread the landing.
Stairs. Which way do we go?
I say up. I sense presences below us, but not as large.
Up it is, then.
awesome! This one's tough! Crush! You're finished!
Here I go. Back into the fire.
Airborne beast. My success.
It's over!
Magna ray.
You got fire!
Never have I been so
I've got
popular.
this. Let a marksman handle it.
The flame inside me! All yours! Ignite!
Demon Fang. Annihilation. That'll bring you down. Primed and ready.
Negative gate.
Giant Flighter!
All disasters. Here's the healing arc. Come forward. This one's mine.
Negative gate.
Nail struck. Illuminate the dark. Holy land. You all. Healing circle. That'll bring you down.
Negative gate.
Demon Fang!
Illuminate the dark. Pull myself together. You do the same.
Demon Fang!
Take this.
One here. Get on in there with the others.
The flame inside me!
I'll heal you.
Forgive me.
Healing sword. I'll bring it on. Just a bit. Photon. Magic is in. In here.
Not done yet!
Please,
Might with
Demon Fang! I'm not done!
Holy land.
Rising Falcon! Demon
I'm
Fang!
ready.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Dance in the wind. Go. You're mine. Feel.
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Hear Carter. Hear my call.
Crush! Take this! Here I come!
Burning.
No escape! Demon Fang!
Here, let me help. Light after dance in the wind. Back into the
Not
fray.
today!
Thrust.
Here I come!
Reload. Who cares?
Can't end here!
Couldn't make
I'll
it in
bring you
time.
back from death to bit. I'm ready.
Shine. Radiant light.
Not done
Flame
yet!
of fury. Burning. This one's mine.
Heal. Sorry to trouble you.
Here I
From
come!
beyond. Imbue
Demon Fang!
light. Resuscitation. Take this.
I still got some fight.
Explosive ring!
Healing circle.
Death shall not be forgotten.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Here I come!
I won't give up.
Stay away from my friend! Demon Fang! You're mine! Demon Fang! Crush! Demon Fang! Try this! Explosive ring!
From beyond. Imbue this vanquish
Demon Fang!
with light.
Done!
It's showtime.
Ruin! Demon Fang! It's done!
Regeneration.
Ignite! Demon Fang! You're on! Take this! I'm not done! Demon Fang!
Resonate with the
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Anything in armor is all mine.
You're mine!
Negative
Laser spear.
Demon Fang!
Freeze Lancer.
Try this!
radiant light.
Explosive ring! Eat dirt!
A banana. Let's go. Illuminate now.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Demon Fang! You're on! No escape! Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back from death to bit. Lightning
I'll
condemn.
smash you! Demon Fang!
Illuminate the tunnel. Mega ray.
Crush! Demon Fang! Try harder!
Everlasting
Demon
dark.
Fang!
Negative gate.
Explosive ring!
Stalagmite.
Not nearly done for. Demon Fang!
Bloody hell.
You're gonna be more than that, Rob.
I'm sorry.
Demon Fang!
Down on the ground.
Be still! It's on!
From
Demon
beyond.
Fang!
Imbue
Demon
this
Fang!
vanquish.
From
beyond.
This should do it.
Vanquish soul with love.
Demon Fang!
From shattering of pieces.
Used too much.
Attack time.
Ignite!
Searing flame! This can't be happening.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. On your... Their arcs were interrupted. Going in. A mock.
This one's
Armor
mine.
won't save you.
This one's
From
mine.
beyond. Imbue. Don't get carried away.
On guard. Plenty left. Tiger blade.
Down.
Come on. You have to hold on. Will this help?
I owe you one.
Far enough. Super healing circle.
Okay, here I go.
Searing flame. Reload.
Okay.
Searing flame. Reload.
Be still!
I'll heal you all.
Mirage! Strike!
Healing circle.
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off!
This one's mine.
Do it.
Demon
Sure.
Fang!
Get toasty.
Burn strike.
I need to be stronger.
It's just steps upon steps. Why would someone build this?
Not to live in, I'm guessing.
Right? It would take someone real kooky to build all this.
Right. This astral energy is incredible.
It's so thick here. Even we can sense it.
Get ready, everybody!
I was born ready. Nothing can surprise me.
Look up there!
What the hell is that?
Please tell me we don't have to fight that.
We'll worry about that later. There are things on the ground to deal with first. Demon Fang! It's over! Demon Fang!
Healing circle.
Thanks for the healing. Watch
Got
yourself.
fire!
I got it. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours! Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Take this! Come on! Fluid Kick!
Outstanding form.
Take this.
In here. I'll be saving this
Demon
one.
Fang! Here I come! Demon This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Demon Fang! Here I come! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
That thing's headed this way!
Even I can't stop that.
Everyone, look out!
Can't end it!
doomed!
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right. I'm calm.
I've used too much.
Execution!
Not done yet.
All art is being interrupted.
Demon Fang!
Heal!
Take this!
Primed and ready.
Do you require a hand?
This should do it! Watch the ones up above, too!
I'll heal you all.
Demon Fang!
It's been a smart healing circle. Where are you going? Glacial
Demon
Spear.
Fang!
Here's Evo. You get the jet. Line. You get the jet. Air thrust. Photon Lava. Here's a human heal.
Eat dirt!
First aid.
Okay, here I go. Demon Fang!
Here I go. All the way. Can't be happening.
You'll pay for that!
Raging storm.
Swimmer won't save you!
Explosive ring! Demon Fang!
Their hearts were interrupted!
Demon Fang!
I'll finish you here and
It's
now!
over!
Denied!
You're mine! Demon Fang! Strike!
Not on my watch.
Demon Fang! Try this!
Explosive
Explosive ring!
Here goes. Look sharp.
Get here!
Pay for that!
Feel.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this!
Demon Fang! I'm knocked up!
Shattering pieces! And I'm baptized! Hitting ground!
You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Demon Fang!
Hear me. Flame of fury. Burning strike. Glacial Spear. One after.
This is some punishment.
Searing tempest. And next I will. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Nothing gets I never miss.
First strike!
Lightning. Down roll.
I can carve through armor!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Denied!
Precipitation.
Down! You're out! Make it right!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you. Here's Evo. Can't be happening.
Can't end here!
You have to hold on! Dragon Shell! Guardian Field! I'm ready to go! Eat this! No time! I can carve through armor! The power of light! Quiver Dragon! Swampy spot! Dragon Shell! Dragon Shell! Not my finest.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
You finally made it.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That can't be.
Sure.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, I wasn't expecting you to be the one to spoil their reunion.
well, it was the same with Alphen and Shion. Too much affection can be hard to bear. In fact, you look sort of pleased, Dohalim.
I have the privilege of witnessing their new start together. Few things can mar such joy.
What if it were you?
What indeed?
You finally made it.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have. Wow! Thank you. Great!
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish I could get an examination.
Well, if you say so. Let me see, yes, you're in well, all right?
If only your brain could keep up with your mouth.
We've reached our destination.
Okay!
Here we go! I'll do my... best! Inferno crossing! Denied! On guard! Huh! Flaming meteor! Inferno crossing! Flaming meteor! Inferno crossing! On guard! Inferno crossing! Light up the dark! No chance! All right, let me at him! Inferno! Flaming meteor! Inferno crossing! Crossing! How do you like being pounded into shape? Inferno Crossing! Flaming Meteor! Inferno Crossing! Flaming Meteor! Inferno Crossing!
What the? Excuse me!
Yes!
Seriously? I never knew Lagiel could be so intense.
She can get that way where my brother is concerned.
She's not the only one.
We've reached our destination.
You guys want to rest here?
I've got a good amount of info on our enemies written down now.
That's wonderful, Rinwell. I'm sure that data shall prove most useful.
I like to think so. If there's anything you want to know, just ask.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this.
Wow, that's some weird-looking meat you're cooking up there. What is it exactly?
That would be grilled rapig.
What?
Whoa there! What's the big brouhaha?
It's Rapig! How could you cook something with such cute little eyes? What did it ever do to you?
I fail to see what the problem is. Rapigs are perfectly edible creatures. Having said that, I do realize it's become rather rare to eat them lately. What with people increasingly embracing them as pets and companions.
They definitely didn't fall out of fashion to eat because of their flavor, that's for sure.
Agreed. Rapigs have tender, fatty meat. The taste can take some getting used to, but I would argue that's part of its charm.
If the taste is too strong, I imagine you can either just cook it thoroughly or simmer it with some herbs to mask it.
Indeed. At first I wasn't sure whether to smoke it with spices or simmer it in water, but I opted to grill it as is instead.
Seriously, Halim? You have the weirdest tastes.
That's probably because when you live the life of a lord, you grow tired of most ordinary cuisine.
So you end up seeking out more unusual food. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, putting aside what it used to be, you've got to admit it does look pretty damn good. Meat is meat, after all.
That reminds me. I do believe I once read in a book about rare delicacies, how one can go about preparing an owl.
Huh?
I suppose I won't have the chance to try it anytime soon.
Not with Hoodle, you won't!
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, rent and opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. And again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Naught but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. I suppose we should call it a day. Once we finish eating, we should get going.
Are we underground? This looks like the inside of some kind of ancient structure.
It seems likely that we're in a Danon temple. Instead of destroyed, it must have been buried and preserved. Either that, or it was constructed underground to begin with.
Careful! We've got company!
What the? Are those statues moving?
And attacking!
Primed and ready.
Explosive ring! Come one, come all! I owe you one. Demon Fang!
They smite with blackened blade!
Demon Fang! Explosive ring! Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight! Demon Fang!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Shine! Radiant light!
First aid!
I'm in your debt, Dohalim.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
You've got what to make.
Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! You're on!
In a bind!
Demon Fang!
I'm ready!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Demon Fang! Castle!
Flaming thrust! The flame inside me! Good! Let's free!
Demon Fang! Try this! Burn in hell! Take this! Lightning Thrust!
Negative
You're
gain!
on! Demon Fang! Try this! Explosive ring!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Take this! Demon Fang!
Take this!
Struck!
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Primed and ready.
Demon Fang!
I never miss. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar!
Shine!
Take this!
Radiant light!
Demon Fang!
Of regeneration!
Healing circle!
No escape! It's over!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
What the hell was all that about? Those things didn't even look alive, let alone like Zoobles.
They were part of these ruins, but it seems the astral energy changed them somehow. If I had to guess, I'd say there's something bigger lurking within that wants us gone from this place.
Whoever or whatever it is must really value its privacy.
Take this!
Now we're not...
No escape! Demon Fang! I'm not done!
Burning
You're on! I'm not done! Be still! Not today! Here I come! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
In a bind?
Struck! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
That'll bring you down!
Begin!
Flaming Thrust!
On
Here
your
I come! Explosive ring! I'm not done!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! Be still! Demon Fang! Try this! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Demon Fang!
Now, relax! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Begin!
Demon Fang! Here I come! No escape!
In a bind?
Demon Fang!
Don't mind if I do.
Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! Here I come!
I'm ready!
In an instant!
Impact!
work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Water! Hear my call!
Demon Fang!
Take this! Supernova!
It's on!
The earth throbs in pain.
Arch sealed! Lunar corruption! Supernova!
Elusive deity!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! You escape! Strike! Eat dirt! Demon Fang! Take this!
Where are you going?
Demon Fang!
Regeneration!
Mirage!
Glacial
No
spear!
further.
Here's evil!
I'm not done! Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not to do without this pain!
Begin!
Demon Fang!
There you go! Don't let up!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Demon Fang!
I'm ready!
I'll heal you all!
All yours, Kisara! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Raging
I don't even know the word defeat.
Take this!
I owe you.
Thank you for the healing, Dovaline.
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch.
Yours to be let free!
Down on the ground!
You're mine! Flaming thrust! You're on! Demon Fang!
Take this!
Strike! Demon Fang!
Lightning will raging cascade!
Heal!
Magic Kazam! Damn it! Freeze!
Demon Fang!
Resonate with the
Take
earth!
this!
The fluidity of the move.
Demon Fang! In an instant! Impact Block!
Shine! Radiant light!
I never miss!
Regeneration!
Here I come! Demon Fang!
Freeze Lancer!
Yours the flame inside is yours to be let free!
I'll stop it!
I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Here's a healing art!
Demon Fang!
First aid!
I won't give up.
Stay away from my friend! Demon Fang!
Imbue this vanquished soul
Be
with
still! Mirage! I'm not done! It's over!
I'll smash you!
Demon Fang! Be still! Rising Falcon!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
By the power of water!
No escape! No escape! You're finished!
Denied!
I'll bring you back from death to this!
Demon Fang! Try this!
Raging cascade!
Explosive ring!
No rest for the wicked.
Here's a healing art!
Time to let it rip!
Forgive me.
Now I can let loose! Burn in hell!
I'll bring you back
Demon
from
Fang!
death to this!
No escape!
This is some punishment.
Here, let me help!
Strike! I'm not done!
Anything in armor is all
I'll
mine!
bring you back from death to this! Poodle!
Demon Fang!
Resuscitation!
Strike!
No rest for the wicked.
Demon Fang!
Elusive deity! I can carve through armor! Soaring
Demon
high!
Fang!
Annihilate!
Rising Falcon!
Outstanding form! That'll bring you down!
Explosive ring!
Resuscitation!
Here's a healing
Demon
art!
Fang! Any more of those and I'll burn out!
Take this!
You're mine!
Leave the chargers to me!
I'll
Smash you! Can you take it?
won't give up!
Couldn't make it in time.
Demon Fang!
Thrilling.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! From
I
beyond,
can't lose.
imbue this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation!
Hold on to your arts. Here I come! The ancient Danans must have built it to honor the strength of the astral energy that runs through here.
But if that's the case, What does it have to do with that face we saw above ground?
Without further research, I wouldn't be able to say.
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Look here!
No escape!
This one's mine!
Demon Fang! On your knees. The
Can't get out of
inside
bed.
me yearns to be let free. Demon Fang!
Shine!
Glacial
Radiant
Shield!
light!
Here's evil!
Regeneration!
Demon Fang! No! Can't end here!
Our art is being interrupted.
Amazing.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
I can carve through armor!
Tempest Pearl! Alright! I'll bring you
Another
back from
incantation
Death's Abyss.
ruined.
Close!
Denied!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with
I'll bring you back from Death's
benediction
Abyss.
light.
Puddle!
Heal!
Raging Cascade! Mega Field! Once and never come in handy!
Begin!
Water
Shine!
Burning!
Radiant light! Force of
Demon Fang!
regenerate!
Be still!
Here's Raging Storm!
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
What our friends is for, we can't depend on them.
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Demon Fang!
Take this!
Mega Ray! The flame of annihilation! Burn
Resonate with the
Demon
earth!
Fang!
Cascade!
The last light! Rending you apart!
Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight!
Nothing gets by me!
Bloody
Now!
Time to smoke it!
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
radiant light!
Naturally!
Try harder! Demon Fang!
Thunder Shield!
Explosive ring!
Alright! It's showtime!
Demon Fang!
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on our side.
Here's evil!
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Here's a healing arm!
Take this!
Now we're
Demon Fang!
Take this!
Do it!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Only get running!
Burn!
Here's a healing arm!
Be still! You're on!
On your
Demon Fang!
Hear my call! Spread! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
No escape!
Freeze Blazer!
Demon Fang!
bloody hell!
You're finished!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Demon Fang!
Freeze Blazer!
Demon
I'm
Fang!
ready!
Vigora! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Benediction light!
Here goes!
None here!
Into the shadows!
Here!
What would I do without the ray? Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Take this!
It's on!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Art
You're
expert, come
mine!
through!
Demon Fang! Burn!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
My
Demon
take care of... Here,
Demon
let me
Fang!
help!
You pay for that!
First aid! Water! Hear my
I'm
call!
nearly done for. Imbue this vanquished soul with light!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning
Demon
Water!
Fang!
Hear my call!
Take
Still
this!
got this by
Demon
lifting
Fang!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Dance in the wind! Freeze Blazer!
Demon Fang!
Raging Cascade!
Demon Fang!
Now! Vigora! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Elusive deity!
Holy War!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Benediction
I'm not done! Demon Fang!
no further!
Demon Fang!
In here!
You're finished! Eat dirt!
Get on in there with the others.
On your knees.
Raging storm. Glacial steel.
Demon Fang!
Raising you up.
Your arm!
Bloody howler.
Demon Fang! Be still! Your arm!
Not in your dreams.
Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind.
It's in your hands now.
Now.
Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Back into the fray. Thunder field. Mega
Demon
ray.
Fang!
All right. It's just I never miss.
Your arm!
Mega ray. Here.
Can't end here!
Mega ray. Disasters made one. Come. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Lightning orb! Resuscitation! I'm not sure how we get out of this one. You mean this might be the end? No, never. Stay strong.
I'm not done!
I'll bring you
Demon
now.
Fang!
Law, get toasty.
Bird strike!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Come forth, holy resuscitation.
Demon Fang!
Flame of fury.
Demon Fang!
Water. Healing cold.
Demon Fang! Dazzle! Your arm!
We naturally. All right.
Demon Fang!
Do it.
Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
Not a chance! Demon
Here
Fang!
goes.
Catapult!
I'll bring you back from Dumbo. Air thrust. Resuscitate. Primed and ready. Where are you going? All this
Here I
is
come.
made one.
Demon Fang!
Armor won't save you.
Water. Here
Bring
I
it
go.
through.
Nail struck.
Demon Fang!
Here. Here's the
Demon Fang!
Not my watch. Freeze laser.
Some punishment?
Can't move!
Raging storm. I'll bring you
Anything in
back
order
from
is all mine.
Blah, 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 passion. Freeze laser.
Smash you.
You got the gist. Air thrust. Let me help.
Demon Fang!
First aid.
Dazzle!
Bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back
Demon
from
Fang!
death's abyss. Can't be still.
Demon Fang!
Resuscitation.
Demon Fang!
No more playing nice. Sorry.
Pride was my downfall.
Look. Corruption.
Penumbra.
Storm. Reload.
Rending you
I'll bring you
apart.
back from death's abyss.
Bloody howler.
Shine.
Demon Fang!
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking me, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Will this help? I've still got some fight left in me. Healing circle. Back into the fray.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Ready and raring.
Glacial spear.
Down on the ground.
Here I come! I'm not done! Demon Fang! Be still! Your arm! Demon Fang!
Glacial spear. Pierce
Not
evil.
today!
This one's
Demon
mine.
Fang!
That'll bring you down.
Can't get out of this.
Try harder! Demon Fang! Can't move!
Lightning.
I'll face you. Dance on the wind. Down on the ground. Not my finest.
I can't believe this.
We finally made it.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched, helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Xion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. How I see it, the true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this together.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. That should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lennigus, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lennigus.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lennigus was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them. There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?